Greetings. I'm Dr. Pearl John from Logos Management and welcome to the Other 167. We're on the final part of the series Women of the Bible, and today we look into the life of Miriam, a figure who often flies under the radar but plays a crucial role in the story of God's people. In the grand narrative of the Bible, certain figures stand out not only for their actions but for the profound lessons their lives impart to us today. Miriam, the sister of Moses and Aaron, is one such figure, and her story is woven with threads of leadership, faith, courage, and resilience. We will do well to deep dive on these areas. Starting with the first area, faith in the time of crisis. Faith in times of crisis. Faith is the light that guides us through the darkest of nights. When everything else falters, faith stands firm. Miriam's life begins with an act of profound faith. As an older sister, she watched over her infant brother Moses, hidden among the reeds of the Nile. The courage and faith it took for her to step forward and suggest to Pharaoh's daughter that she could find a Hebrew nurse who would be their own mother is remarkable. This act of faith not only saved Moses, but also set the stage for the deliverance of Israel. We read in Exodus 2, verses 4 to 8, how Miriam watches over Moses in the Nile and how she intervenes with Pharaoh's daughter. Consider the story of Nelson Mandela, who during his 27 years in prison held on to his faith in the vision of a free and equal South Africa. Despite the immense personal cost, his faith did not waver. This faith eventually led to the end of apartheid and the birth of a new nation. Just as Miriam's faith protected Moses and shaped the future of Israel, Mandela's unwavering belief shaped the future of his country. In moments of crisis, it is our faith that anchors us. Miriam's story teaches us that faith is not passive, it is active, it is bold and decisive. It compels us to step forward even when the outcome is uncertain, trusting that our actions guided by faith will align with God's greater plan. In times of crisis, let your faith be the force that moves you to action, knowing that your steps, however small, are part of a much greater journey. The second area I'd like to focus on is courage to lead amidst uncertainty. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act in spite of it. Leading others when the path is unclear requires unparalleled bravery. Miriam was not just a passive bystander in the story of Israel's deliverance. She was a leader. After the miraculous crossing of the Red Sea, it was Miriam who led the women in the song and dance, praising God for their deliverance. This public act of worship was not just a celebration, it was a declaration of God's faithfulness and a reminder to the people of his power. In Exodus 15, 20 to 21, we find how Miriam does this fabulous worship and her leadership in leading the children of Israel in that song and that dance. Reflect on the leadership of Malala Yousafzai, who in the face of extreme danger stood up for the education of girls in Pakistan. Even after surviving an assassination attempt, she continued her advocacy, becoming a global symbol of courage. Like Miriam, Malala's leadership is one that inspires others to believe in a cause greater than themselves. Leadership in uncertain times demands courage. Miriam's example shows us that True leaders are those who, even when the future is unclear, step forward with conviction, inspiring others through their actions and their faith. Her song of victory was more than a celebration. It was a rallying cry for the people to continue trusting in God's guidance. When faced with uncertainty, let courage be your companion, leading others not just by words, but with the unwavering conviction of your actions. And the third area I'd like us to look at is humility in leadership. And a true leadership is not about wielding power, but about serving others with humility, recognizing that we are vessels for a purpose greater than ourselves. Miriam's story also carries a cautionary tale. Despite her significant role in the history of Israel, there came a moment when she and Aaron spoke against Moses, questioning his unique relationship with God. And this act of pride led to God's displeasure and Miriam's temporary affliction with leprosy. It was only after Moses intervened and interceded that she was healed. This episode highlights the critical importance of humility in leadership. In Numbers 12, 1-15, we find this account. The downfall of leaders is in various sectors, be it in business and politics and religion, often stems from the lack of humility. Consider the story of Marshall, a CEO of a flourishing corporation, who, after years of success, fell from grace due to arrogance and an unwillingness to listen to others. His story serves as a modern reminder that no matter how high we rise, humility must always be our guide. Miriam's temporary fall from grace serves as a powerful reminder that leadership must always be rooted in humility. Even the most esteemed leaders are not beyond reproach. True greatness is found in recognizing our own limitations and in our willingness to serve others above ourselves. Let humility be the foundation of your leadership, for it is in serving others that we truly fulfill our calling. Miriam's life is a testament of faith, courage, and humility, a powerful example of what it means to be a leader in God's kingdom. As we reflect on her narrative, let us be inspired to lead with the same steadfast faith in times of crisis, the same unwavering courage in uncertainty, and the same deep humility in our service to others. May we, like Miriam, rise to the call of leadership, not for our own glory, but for the glory of the one who guides every step of ours. Let her life remind us that our legacy as leaders is not defined by our achievements, but by our faithfulness to the mission God has entrusted to us. This is Pearl John signing off the Other 167. Thank you for watching the Other 167. Next week we will start on a new series. Do join in. Until then, have a wonderful week ahead. God bless.